how you going? I just did all of my skin prep and moisturizing. That's the majority of skin prep for me. It's just a lot of moisturizer. Today I'm going to touch back on what I talked about in my last video, which was referencing Ali Ambrose and her video on using different colored makeup as an underpainting to correct flaws or you know, just to get, well, as she says, to do her makeup like a baddie. I don't need to look like a baddie. I just need to maybe just address a couple of things that I don't like. And for me in particular, it's this yellow ring around my eye. You kind of see it's like a dark panda kind of ring here. And then, you know, I've got the pinkness. I don't mind the pinkness so much, but it's this yellow. And then I get a bit of it just down here as well. I don't know. I don't know why, but I try and, I don't know. I'm just more aware of this than I used to be. And I had said that I had used the Clinique Pansy Pop blush to try and counteract that yellowness. And it did an all right job. I also had said, gee, I don't know why they discontinued this one. No, I do. I was watching it back thinking, yeah, you know why they it doesn't have any color to it as a blush. It's not actually a very good blush. You could dig in this thing for ages and hardly get, I mean, you can see color on the brush, but it doesn't really pay off with much on the back of your hand, or definitely not on my face. But for just a bit of color correction, yeah, it's not bad at all. And then I was in the pharmacy yesterday. I had to pick up a prescription. I wasn't just in there tempting my wallet. And there was a sale, I think it was on clearance. It was like clearance price of some of the E.L.F, like the putty eyeshadows. And this purple was there. And I thought, oh, I'll get that. It was $7. I know we're mad at E.L.F, but for what I want to use it for, better to get it than not get it and then not have access to it again. I tried this last night just a little bit and it did work rather well, but it's a bit terrifying because this is unlike that one. You know, you put this on and it's very, very pigmented. It's very pigmented. And it is waterproof. It is soap proof. I actually had to wash I did a test on my hand last night. I had to wash it off 3 times. 3 different cleansers. I actually had to use an oil-based cleanser to get that off my hand last night. So when it gets into hot, sweaty Australia season, which is not far, this might be the thing, but I'm going to only need a tiny bit. So right now that is dry and I don't think I could lift it. I mean, maybe some micellar. I don't think I tried micellar water. I just keep my micellar water in one of these little pump bottles and then use the little roundettes on it. But okay, so micellar water gets it off, but water and a whole bunch of niacinamide type of soaps do not. I'm going to try that this time, or maybe try both of them and see if that helps even out that skin tone. When I watched that video with Ali, she had a great quote in there. When I hear something very quote worthy for me, I will write it down. And what I wrote down with her was, cheapness breeds innovation. And that's so true. I mean, not cheapness, but like not being able to afford the most expensive or the best makes you try other things in order to get that same result, which is why, you know, I grabbed that and I looked at that. I looked at what I had to see if I can find a solution for the problem that I've got. And she's right. It's not even cheapness, maybe frugality. Frugality breeds innovation. So today I'm going to just try a simple base. The other thing that she did that I'm not brave enough to do yet is, instead of the contour that you see a lot of makeup artists use, which is something like like a Fenty stick. This is what I went into Sephora and got color matched and looked at, and it's just the Fenty stick, and I don't quite know how to use it. I use it and I'm like, I'm not sure it's doing anything. That one's just in the color Amber, number 1. I don't know, I'm not sure, but what Ali did is she actually uses blue. She puts a bit of blue eyeshadow here, and then puts, you know, she uses a setting spray over all of the makeup, sorry, the underpainting that she does. She puts orange around here. She does, it's a really cool video, and I should have linked it in the description on my last video. I'll put a link to that here as well. It was really fascinating. She's funny, you should watch it. She's really quite funny. So I'm not brave enough to try the blue cheeks today, but I'm gonna just get a little bit of that purple and just try and tap it lightly and see if I can put, you know, see if I can just neutralize that yellow before I put a base color on. I imagine this is what a lot of the lavender blushes and the ube powder and the ube creams and all of that is trying to do as well. But until, I don't know, until I could see how it could work for me, it didn't prompt me to want to buy it. It didn't look like it was made for me. And yet I see very, very fair-skinned, cool-toned people using it. So maybe it is something I can use. Now that is coming off quite white, but it's definitely not yellow. I'm just gonna get a tiny bit more. It's a little bit patchy because it dries quite quick, doesn't it? That was my cheapness, buying a $7 pot of clearance cream eyeshadow. What color are you? Looks like, no, oh, it says no budge. No budge. No budge cream eyeshadow in whatever that purple color is. Let's see, and I want to put some down here on my mouth. Of course, my immediate anxiety is that whatever base I put over it will fade, and then I'll have all this purple showing, because this is pretty budge proof, as it says. If not, you know, maybe it's something I can do for Halloween. Who knows? It might be just the trick. Oh, it certainly canceled out that yellow. Do you notice the difference? Should I come up the sides? I only meant to do it on my eyes, and now look, I'm going to cover my whole face in this stuff. That was probably a mistake, but it's my day off. I don't have to be anywhere, and I plan on having a big shower later anyway, so this is the best time to experiment. All right, well, look a bit like a corpse now. Just want to build that a little bit more on the worst bit, which is just on the outer eye on the top of my cheekbone. Makeup brush be easier. Maybe. I just don't want to look green. Do you think I'm starting to look a bit green? I do look green, don't I? Why is that? Why do I look green? Interesting. Why did that bit? I started to look green. I don't think it's going to do anything for my inner eye, so I'll go to my other color corrector that I usually use for my inner eye. Now this is, what do you call yourself? I buy this from the Korean online shop. I buy it from Yes Style. So this is the Skin Food Dark Circle Color Corrector. I buy this from Yes Style, but it's, you know, one of the Korean brands. And it's very nice. I actually find it's, you know, very forgiving on my older eyes. and wrinkles. It doesn't settle in too badly or anything like that. It moves with it. It lasts all day. It's quite conditioning. It's not drying. I think it was on sale recently too. I think I bought a backup. I'll just get a small brush and tap that in. It just reduces that dark purple that I get right in the eye pits. It's as good as it's going to get. So now I'm going to go in. I went and I got a darker color of the Maybelline Lifter, which I thought would be nice as almost a contour or a bronzing shade. This one is 45. I'll just put that around the edge of my face and on my nose and chin. No, we're supposed to put lighter stuff on I don't know. I get different things. It's like, oh, well, that's where the sun hits. That's where you're going to get more bronze tan. Like if I get a tan, that's where I tan. And then they say, oh, if you should only have the lightest stuff on the front because you want to bring those features forward. I suppose if you have a big nose, you don't want to bring that forward. You want to let that come back. I'm just trying to, I don't know, put the darkest shade on the outer perimeter of my face. Make it be a frame, I guess. I could be doing everything wrong. Everything wrong. But if you don't make mistakes, if you don't do things wrong, you don't learn. And there's nothing wrong with trying something and it not working. If I try something, you know, to test and see if I get a good result and it goes great, then it was worth it. And it's still worth it even if it doesn't work out. This is the same, but it's in the lighter color, number 20. I prefer this one to the ColourPop stick. A lot of folks were like raving about the ColourPop stick. I found it really dry and almost like a little bit gritty. At least on my skin, when I used it, it just looked, sandy. So I gave that one away. I think it would suit somebody with oilier skin. I just don't have oily skin. Do we have any crazy lines? I don't think so. I do have my weird pink bit over my eyebrow. I don't know why I get that. It's so bizarre. It looks like, you know, I shaved a giant Groucho Marx portion of my eyebrow, and it's just that never touched by sun skin underneath, but it's not. It's just weird. Well, that doesn't look too bad. The yellow panda eyes are a bit reduced. This is where it usually is. Same. You can almost follow like where just the natural contour of the face of my face. I think it did okay. I did okay. I'm not sure it was, or maybe I didn't do it thinly enough around my mouth because I kind of, I don't know if it shows on the camera, but it does seem like, I don't know, do I have it look like I have a 5 o'clock shadow? It almost looks too gray around my mouth. So I don't know. I might need something different for that, over that. Because it doesn't look gray here. But here is looking, maybe it's just a shadow, I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup. I'll just do a little blush, everything else. I'm just gonna, ooh, don't flick it. I'm just gonna go in with my Mob Beauty blush here, which is in, oh, this is the one that I can't read anymore. The number's been picked off it. So that's the Mob Beauty blush, M7 something. Just get an E.L.F. stipple brush. I love these things. I wouldn't mind, you know, a whole set of something like this. I only have a couple of small ones. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out what the right shade of blue is to put under here for me. So in adding that coral blush, I almost feel like that yellow is starting to show again. I'm being really paranoid about it. I don't know why. I don't need to be so paranoid about it. So now I'm gonna try the Clinique blush and see if I can just define that space, but take the yellow out. That pink, you know, a pink blush might have been the smarter thing. I just don't own many pink blushes. I don't wear pink blush. Is that too much? Did it do it? Should have done it before and after. All right, I tapped a little bit just around in here too, and I think it helped not look so gray. So this one is just, you know, a little bit more pinky toned versus that one. You see I mean, there's quite a difference. So that might be just too gray for here. And that just helped put some life back in. Just popping on a little bit of NYX bronzer, just in the lightest one. I usually do my face after my eyes, so doing my face first, I don't know. It just seems weird. I should have done it the other way around. I'm just tapping on a light translucent powder. It's just Emco Beauty. I know everybody hates them, but I can buy it at my grocery store. And maybe I'll get a better one when I only get into the big makeup stores once or twice a year. So it can be upgraded later. But for now, it does enough. It does the job. That looks all right. So that's it. That was me trying to use some of that purple colors to underpaint my face a little bit to reduce the yellow. I still see it there, but it's better. It's definitely better. I think I'm just struggling for light. Do I have warmer light? How's that? I'm going to keep playing with it, I'm going to keep going with it. I'm rather inspired. And maybe you are too. So if you go and have a watch of Ali's video, it's fascinating. I don't think I don't need the big green swipe under the, I might need the green swipe under the eye. I haven't tried it. I want to try all of it. Today I just wanted to look at purple on the one part that bothers me, which is the yellow around my eyes. So thank you for hanging out with me while I try out something new to see if it works to reduce some of the yellow that's been cropping up around under my eyes. I think it was a success, and let me know if you give it a try as well, to try and reduce any colorations on your complexion that you would like to improve. I'm going to do an eye look next. I'll pop that up in a separate video, so if you'd like to see that, you're more than welcome to just hop over there. Otherwise, have yourselves a lovely day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.